ES Audio.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Travers, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, a shopping trolley that could save your life. Now, let's get into it. A study has found that a monster black hole at the centre of our galaxy is not as dormant as previously thought. Astronomers, including some from the CNRS, the French National Centre for Scientific Research, discovered that the supermassive black hole emerged from a long period of dormancy around 200 years ago. Despite previous studies showing that ultramassive black holes in the middle of galaxies go inactive after consuming nearby matter. Researchers now believe that over a period of 1 year at the beginning of the 19th century, the black hole swallowed cosmic objects that got close to it, before entering a state of dormancy again. Now scientists are trying to determine the physical mechanisms required for a black hole like this one to switch from an inactive to an active state. Now, a damning report on the state of the NHS has found it's performing substantially less well than similar countries. The King's Fund study said the UK health system is lagging behind peers on crucial measures, including avoidable mortality, which is defined as deaths that could have been avoided with better primary care. The UK had the fourth and second highest rates of preventable and treatable mortality in 2019 among the 19 health systems in the report, with 119 deaths and 69 deaths per 100,000 people respectively. Cancer survival rates form the biggest part of preventable mortality, while circulatory diseases such as heart attacks and strokes were the main cause of treatable mortality. More in health news. New targeted screening to detect lung cancer sooner is being rolled out across the country. Under the scheme, which is backed by a recommendation from the UK National Screening Committee, patients will have their risk of cancer assessed based on their smoking history and other factors. And those considered high risk will be invited for specialist scans every 2 years. It's estimated the rollout will mean 325,000 people will be newly eligible for a first scan each year, with 992,000 scans expected per year in total. Next. Scientists have identified a mutant enzyme that helps prostate cancer to spread and become more aggressive. A team at Nottingham Trent University found that transglutaminase 2, which is abundant in many of the body's cells, is responsible for driving a process which leads to the progression and spreading of the disease. The findings might offer new treatment options for aggressive prostate cancer. Now, aerial laser scanning has helped uncover the remains of an ancient Mayan city deep in the remote jungle in southern Mexico. The ancient city was found by archaeologists and includes pyramid-like structures, stone columns, and several large buildings. The city is likely to have been an important centre between 250 and 1000 AD. The discovery was made partly thanks to airborne laser scanning by the University of Houston in the US. It helped locate the site in an area spanning about 1,160 square metres of the jungle. The British hacker behind the 2020 takeover of the Twitter accounts of Elon Musk, Joe Biden and several other personalities has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. 24-year-old Joseph O'Connor from Liverpool took over nearly 130 accounts in July 2020 and pleaded guilty to charges of hacking these profiles last month. He was extradited from Spain on the 26th of April to face charges. And now the US Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York has sentenced him to 5 years for cyber crimes. Let's go to the ads. Coming up, the shopping trolley that could save your life and why more snakes could be on the loose. Why not hit rate and follow in the meantime? Welcome back. The mum of the teenager who died on the Titan submersible said that he took a Rubik's Cube with him because he wanted to break a world record. Christine Darwood told the BBC that her son Suleiman was so excited to try and solve the puzzle 3,700 metres below the ocean's surface. He'd applied to Guinness World Records and his father, Shahzada, who also died, had brought a camera with them to capture the moment. Ms. Darwood said her son loved the famous square puzzle so much that he carried it around with him everywhere, and he could solve it in just 12 seconds. Now, Scientists suggest that having sensors on supermarket trolleys could save people's lives by detecting a heart condition that puts them at increased risk of stroke. The study, led by Liverpool John Moores University, investigated whether installing electrocardiogram sensors designed to check the heart's rhythm on the handles of trolleys with atrial fibrillation, which causes an irregular and often abnormally fast heart rate. Over 2,000 adults were recruited to use the trolleys with embedded sensors while shopping at Sainsbury's or Lloyd's Pharmacy. The researchers said that over the course of 2 months, they identified 39 people who were unaware they had the condition. And finally, keep an eye on snakes during the hot weather because these types of pets have been escaping at record levels recently. The RSPCA shared new insight with the Sunday Times after calls to its hotline reached record levels during the UK's latest heat waves. Senior Scientific Officer Evie Button said snakes tend to escape a lot more in the summer because their behaviour is largely affected by the weather. The warmer they are, the more active they are. It's also thought some owners are taking their pets outside to take advantage of the natural sunlight, which is good for reptiles, but the RSPCA says owners should make sure their snakes are secure before doing so. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast from the Evening Standard. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.